Hello, the one and only Xylophony here with another ARK video, and today we're going to go over an interesting picture that was released. It is a size comparison of every dinosaur and creature that has been added to ARK Survival Evolved, or even just the dossiers. So, we have quite an assortment of things here. Now, some things stand out to me, some seem about right, and some just straight up confuse me. So, I guess we're gonna go down it, and there's a couple major things that I want to point out here, so let's get right into it. So, look around for a second, take a moment. Now, everyone seen it? Look at the size of the Gigantosaurus! It is massive! What is going on? As I said in my dossier, we have, it's only supposed to be a little bit bigger than a T-Rex. And, well, in real life, it's only a little bit bigger than a T-Rex, but in this, it's like more than two times the size of a T-Rex. It's the size of a Brontosaurus! Now, sure, this will be extremely interesting for the game, but scary as anything. Now, some people do complain about things not being realistic, some are okay with it not being realistic. I'm kind of halfway in between both when it comes to this guy. It just seems a little much to have him, pretty much as big, if not bigger than a Brontosaurus. It just seems kind of insane. Now, I don't know if this is an exact, replica, if it's going to be the same size. I don't know how reliable this picture is in judging the size, but the things that are already in the game seem about accurate, so it kind of does scare me. So, when it comes down to that, we'll have to see once it's added to the game. But that thing is massive, biggest dinosaur in the game, at least biggest land dinosaur in the game. Which brings us down to the ones below. Now, in the dossier for the giant squid, it says it would be 30 feet long, so I was expecting it to be about the size of a megalodon, maybe, around that. And, well, it looks quite large here. Now, forgive me if I'm wrong about what I read, but it seems also much larger than I was picturing. So that gives me a little bit of hope that this image was not, gone over by the developers themselves and everything, because the things I'm really questioning are stuff that hasn't been added into the game yet. So who knows? We'll see what happens when that happens. But that thing is nearly the size of a Mosasaurus, which is insanity. And the Mosasaurus is only a little bit bigger than the Plesiosaur, and the Plesiosaur here seems a whole lot bigger than a Megalodon. Now, just the Plesiosaur to Megalodon ratio doesn't seem exact right. I would say the Megalodon might be a little bit bigger than that. Obviously, Plesiosaur should be about twice as big as a Megalodon, if not bigger. But it just doesn't seem exactly right when you look at that picture. So, I don't know, let me know what you guys think of that. And even when you look at the little Ichthyosaur in the corner, between the Mosasaurus and the giant squid, that Ichthyosaur looks about the size of the Plesiosaur's head. And I think it's a little bit bigger than that. I don't know if they're overestimating something or underestimating something. But, that's my negative thoughts on this. Now, so we're not going to go full negative on this picture because it's really cool and fairly informative. So we're going to get down to the things I really like about it. It's showing all the cool different size relations of all the, everything on it. If you look over on the left, we got the bosses. Now, once again, I think the gorilla boss is an assumption that it's going to be about the size of the broodmother. But that could be right. Very well could be right. Comparing it to the Gigantopithecus, it definitely is still quite a lot larger. So, that's good for me. I can easily accept that. And then we start off, we see the size of a human there. We see the bugs, the, monkey, the Dilophosaur, Dodo. They're all looking about right. And it's pretty cool just to, look down the size of everything and see what's big, what's gonna be bigger, and whatnot. And, we look down, we see the Pachycephalosaurus looking about the size of a raptor, the direwolf about the size of a saber-tooth, things that we were expecting to see, but definitely cool to see them pretty much next to each other. The Oviraptor's a little bigger than I thought it would be. I thought it would be a little smaller than the regular Utah raptor, but, fair enough, it looks pretty good. The Gallimimus is looking good right there. And, oh yeah, of course, looming over all of them, we see the Paraceratherium, which is rather large, as well as the Megatherium. They both look pretty big, but, you know, they are supposed to be pretty big. It's interesting to see more large things being added to the game. So we have them, and of course flying above we see the Pteranodon, the Bat, and then the Microraptor and Dimorphodon, which are definitely much smaller. The Microraptor is very small, but I guess that does make sense. I was expecting it to be about the size of a Dimorphodon, a little bit smaller. That seems okay. And of course the Eagle, much bigger than all of them in the off to the side there, so it's a pretty cool thing. Then of course on the more aggressive side of things we have the, you know, the Spinosaurus and the T-Rex looking about right. The, you know, Sarco looking big. The Stegosaurus looking big there. Everything is looking pretty good. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I called the Megatherium something over there. I forget the name of that guy. But, hey, they're all here. Oh, no, that's the Calicotherium. That's the Megatherium. Okay, I did get the names right. We're all good. Yeah, Carnotaur, looking about right. Do we have the Baryonyx in this picture? Because I wanted to see the size they made for him. But it appears we do not. I'm expecting him to be a little bit bigger than the Carnotaur. So, we have that there. Of course, the, you know, Gigantopithecus, or whatever it's called there. And then the Quetzalcoatl is looking massive. Now, I was expecting the Quetzalcoatl to be the biggest flyer, but this thing looks giant. I mean, looking at those wings, it looks like when it spreads its wings, it's going to be, you know, as wide as a T-Rex, almost as wide as a Brontosaur. It's going to be pretty insane looking. So, I mean, they do need to have a big flyer in the game. The Eagles are obviously, you know, probably one of the better fighting flyers. They're not necessarily meant for, you know, having good weight and size on them, although that's what a lot of people use them for. So when it comes to the Quetzalcoatl, I think that's what he's going to be used for, just, you know, mass cargo, carrying from one point to another. The Pterodon will be for speed, and of course you can't ride on the other guys, so they have a purpose for each of the flying creatures in this game. But, yeah, there's that. Then, of course, we already talked about the ocean creatures, but they're all looking big, they're all looking scary, and that Mosasaurus, I just can't wait to see him in the game. He is going to be spooky. Now, not quite as massive as I was thinking in comparison to that Plesiosaur, but still the biggest thing in the game, easily. So, it'll be pretty scary. Let me know what you guys think of this picture, though. Yes, I was a little nitpicky about certain things, but a lot of it is just pretty cool to compare them all side to side and see like what is what when it comes to this crazy world of ARK. So leave a comment down below. Let me know, you know, maybe which of these is your favorite. Anything that you thought that standed out to you. Obviously, that Gigantosaurus is... Shoo, he's probably the scariest thing I'm seeing in this picture. The squid, too. If that squid's bigger than a Plesiosaurus, he is going to terrify me. So, anyway, leave a like on the video. I guess that's all I have to say to you guys. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.